Alright guys, what's going on tonight? Hey, it's Friday, and we're going to build something. Get my phone set up. So I'm also going to try to do something a little different today. While I'm building, I'm going to take little videos of like parts going in. I'm going to try making a TikTok when I'm all done. So that'll be tomorrow or late tonight project. And as you can always expect on my streams, you get to hear the family doing family stuff. Wife went shopping today, and so she's vacuum sealing some meat. Oh, yeah. Lou's in first. So let's get to it, guys. Today we're going to build, I've been waiting to build in this case for a while. Wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. And then as I started sharpening around for parts and getting stuff, I was like, you know what? It's a Lian Li case. What all do they make? And they make coolers, they make fans, they make parts for their cases, they make cases, they make RGB strips, they make a lot of stuff. So that's what we did. We went as much Lian Li as we could possibly buy. And then what wasn't a Lian Li, we went with Republic Gaming Strix. So that's what we're going to do today. So at the core of this system, it's going to be the AMD Ryzen 7 3800 XT. It's an 8-core processor, 16 threads. Nothing is extremely over the top in this PC, but it will game, and it will game well. And so you could also use this as a media editing PC. So that's kind of what I'm going to do with it, I think. Maybe edit some videos, maybe, or I may just sell this one. So we'll see. And I got a graphics card that didn't have to pay scalper prices for, so that kind of brings the price down for a little bit. But as usual, when I sell a computer, I don't add anything to the price of the parts. So you pay for the same price you would for shipping and tax and the parts themselves, and then a build fee. So if I do put this one up for sale and someone does grab it, it will be for parts plus $200. So, all right, got that AMD chip. Motherboard is going to be. Oh, let's go with the RAM. The Trident Z RGB RAM. There's a lot of RGB in this. I mean, I kind of nicknamed this project Unicorn Vomit. There's a lot of RGB in this thing. So yeah, it's got 16 gigabytes of RAM, nothing too big. This is the 3600, so clock speeds are a little higher. This is G-Skill, good company. Motherboard's the ROG Strix B550F Gaming. I literally bought this within 30 minutes of selling my last computer that I built. Sold it, delivered it, stopped at Best Buy on the way home, and bought that processor and this motherboard, and thought, because I've never done I've done AMD builds, but I've never done like all AMD. So this is a part for the case. Chihuahuas. So in the last build I did for myself, we did the vertical GPU mount, and we're going to do it again. It's just a very large piece because it replaces the whole backside of the case. We're going to tear into this case, and you're going to find it really interesting. But yeah, it's the Lian Li vertical GPU mount. So this case is a little bit different, so we're going to save the power supply to talk about that. We got a 2x8 pin Strimmer Plus Lian Li cable set for the graphics card. Now this is the 2x8 pin for the graphics card. This is the 24 pin for the motherboard. So they are RGB cables, so the 24 pin will have RGB on it, and the 2x8 pin will also have RGB on it. There's going to be a lot of wiring to this system. I'm so excited. For storage, For the main drive, we got the a 500 gigabyte M.2 SSD for the operating system and the essential programs, and then a 1 terabyte M.2 SSD for games and storage and scratch drive, what have you. So 1.5 terabytes of storage at 3430 speeds, so pretty fast. To cool off that processor, I got the Galahad, Lian Li Galahad all-in-one cooler. So it's a 240 millimeter cooler, means it's got two 140 or 120 fans with a pump and radiator. This one's in black, and never installed one of these, so as usual, cooler installation is going to be absolutely hilarious. Looks like Christmas morning. Every build's like Christmas morning, man. So yeah, I got the cooler, and I told you about RGB, right? So in this system, we are going to have 9 120 millimeter RGB Lian Li Uni fans. These are really interesting fans. They don't individually wire, so these fans actually will attach to each other, and they daisy chain off of each other. So that's how they get their power. This one will get power from this one, and so on and so forth. So they just feed on down the line. I'm going to do them in 2 groups of 3, a group of 2, and a 1. So there's a controller that comes with in each one of these boxes, and a controller has 4 outlets. So we'll have a set of 3 on one outlet. We'll have another set of 3 on another outlet. We'll have a set of 2 on one outlet and a single on one outlet. So that'll take care of all of those. Yeah, there's 9. I would have built this last Friday, but these actually had to come in from China. Yeah. So it took an extra week. Wasn't thrilled, but it's what I wanted. Very specific about what I wanted. And let's talk about this. This is last year's model. It's not brand spanking new for this year. It's not the 6700. I had a 6700. Actually, I literally had a 6700 RX XT. I have a 6700 XT sitting over there, and this thing outperforms it. So I'm a really big fan of the ROG Strix. So we got the ROG Strix RX 5700 XT, and this is the 8 gig card. So it's kind of a sexy card. Yeah, of course it has RGB on it, but that completes the build. So I want to talk a little bit about this case. This is the Lian Li O11D dynamic mini. So it's a mini case. The actual O11D is about like this big, so it's a much larger case. And I wanted this one. I actually bought this case when it first came out. When they had first announced the mini, I was on my computer, on my phone, watching a YouTube video, and they said that they just came out. So I hopped online and I was able to get one. They're kind of hard to get now. But since it's not a full size ATX case, you'll notice that. So okay, let's start tearing into this thing. It can't hold a full size ATX power supply. So it takes a smaller power supply called an SFX FXX power supply. So it's skinnier and smaller. So when you start getting a smaller power supply, I originally wanted to put like a 3080 in here. Well, if you're going to do something like that, you need a beefy power supply. So, like for instance, my rig that uses a has the 3080 in it, it takes an 800. I have an 850 watt power supply in there. So I started looking for something 850 watts. You couldn't really find an SFX power supply, but I was able to find an 800. Let me show you what this thing looks like. So you notice it's much, much smaller compared to something, say, I'll pull a Medusa out here. This is your typical ATX power supply, and this is this SFX power supply. So you can see that there's quite a bit of a difference. I call that power supply Medusa. We'll come back and get the cables when we need them later. But that's the power supply. This is one got some good ratings. I have a feeling it's going to be a little more audible, meaning the fan's going to run a little more. It's going to be a little bit louder, but that's going to be okay. Yeah. So you notice this case, doesn't have a place to mount fans on the front. The area for that is done here on the back side. And then, well, they vented the back of the back panel, so that these little magnetic screens help keep dust out. They vented the back panel so that you can put fans along there, and then also helps get airflow in here. This is turning in hashtag not sponsored by Lian Li. On the back side of this, you'll see this is where the power supply goes. In here, this is our hard drive rack. If we wanted to put 3.5-inch hard drives, we're going to remove this because we're not going to put full-size hard drives in here, and we're going to need this room for cable management. Yeah, Lou, the last time I was on your stream, there was a few people that wanted to watch this, and I wasn't able to, or they followed, so that's awesome. Hope they got the notification. They can hop on here. We're going to do some fan install first, which is a little backwards. I usually work on motherboards first. Oh, there it is. Gotta take this crossbar off. Boop. So this comes out, and so if you were to install these, there's this little slide lock down at the bottom that so it slides back and forth, and then you pull out and you mount your drives, and then you can insert them back in. So you can like hot swap drives, but we're not going to use it. I'll be looking for this stuff later. Definitely going to be looking for this one screw right here. So we are going to set it right here by Master Chief's foot. Boop. Alright. Just about got the whole case tore down. I can probably put hard drive cover back on. I'm going to wait on the vertical mount, but I'm going to go ahead and remove this. It's got a fully modular backside as well that allows you to move things around. It comes off in a very specific order. Boop, boop, boop. So basically, we tore her down. And on the bottom, see there's another screen system that helps protect the fans from the bottom. Because we are going to put fans in the bottom. We're going to put fans everywhere. And the reason I want to go ahead and put some of the fans in is... Nope, actually, I retract my statement. We're going to put the motherboard in. So let's do the motherboard assembly. I want to get the motherboard in, and then I'll start putting in fans along the top and the bottom. So there's going to be 3 along the top, 3 along the bottom, 2 for the cooler here, and then there'll be 1 for the aft fan. There she is. Pretty good looking machine. Alright. I'm gonna do this for y'all tonight. I'm gonna put it all together like this. First things first, let's go ahead and get this processor in. Here we go. This seems efficient, right? It's right there. Why? Why? This is a chunky one. She's chunky. Done. Boom. Got that rising. Alright, let's do some. We say we do some M.2s. M.3s even. Sometimes I really wish I had the headlamp is amazing. I really love wearing the headlamp, but I can't. It blinds the camera. So I've noticed when I watch them back that it really blinds the camera. Okay. You have to open up the standoffs aren't pre-installed. So that means they're still in the box. What's in the box? Alright, so 1 terabyte go down here. 500 gigabyte go up here. These are both the same speed, one's just bigger than the other. I do like the Western Digital Black, they're good for gaming, they're nice and fast. I bought the 7,000 megabits per second for mine. It costs a lot more money. Like twice as much. Twice as fast. Boom, boom. This may take me a little longer just doing all these little videos, but I've been wanting to put together a nice tiki-talk. You kids and your fucking tiki-talkers. Yeah. Let's do a little peel. A little peel in place. Working in the shadows. Yeah, chat. That's what getting in a hurry will get you right there. Boom, 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 boom. Boom. All right. So, processor's in, 500 gigabyte SSD is in, 1 terabyte SSD is in. Let's do some RAM. Little stickers. I like G-Skill memory more than I like Corsair's memory. I just do. I think it looks sexier. It is. One, two, three. Oh, oh, get off me, man. Get off me. I came prepared with the screws already. My goal, Jeremy, is to get this to post, power on system test, and then play some video games. Not on this machine, of course. Not on this machine. You can see the parts list if you !parts. link to the Discord is !Discord, and that can get you into the waiting room. That's one of the things I was doing different tonight. Is I opened up a Discord, and there's a waiting room, and then I can, just so people can't jump in the chat like just willy-nilly, there's a waiting room, and then a moderator or myself can bring you from the waiting room into the actual chat room. Alright, boom. This is working. We're doing it. Fans. Let's do some fanage. I'm actually going to take the case to the side because I've never messed with these ones before. And we're going to take a look at them. We're going to learn together, chat. Oh my god. That's the power. That's how you get power to them. So 1, 2, 3. We'll leave the controller in that one for now. So let's look at these bad boys. I guess you can put black stickers on the chrome piece. I think we're going to leave them as is for now. But that's what the fan looks like. And see, power connectors. Let's go ahead and hook 3 of these bad boys up. And traditionally, each one of these would have its own power and its own RGB. I saw these on not sponsored Jay's 2 cents. You can find this in his merch shop. Yeah. I saw these on his stream and I was like, you know what? Fam, we need to do this. That is pretty slick. Boom. Then you take one of these, just one. Well, let's think about airflow here. So this is the front of the case. We're going to be bringing air in, air out, air out, air out, I think. Maybe we'll do air in on top and bottom. Yeah, I think, see, here's what our stickers are for. Put them on the backs of these. So gotta take air out the top. Told, do this, do that, do that. We'll try that. Anyway. Oh, yeah, let's do back. There we go. Now that whole stack of fans runs off this one cable. That's why I wanted to do this build. Alright. I heard y'all like fans, so I got fans for my fans. Looks like clearances are good too. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Alright. Let's unbox this Galahad real quick. Alright, so we got the Galahad O11D. It's pretty cool. This little puck right here actually comes off and reveals a Lian Li. It's magnetic, so you can just click it on there or take it off. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. Since it is an all Lian Li build, I might advertise it. Instructions, some mounting hardware, some cableage, some fans. See, these fans are not uni fans, no lights or nothing. So these will go into the hall of fans. I'm a dad, I can do those jokes. Yeah, big old drawer down here full of fans. I even rig up fans for fans. Look at this. This is a two 140 fans that I wired into one hookup, so that if I need exterior fans, I just set them around, blow on the stuff. I've got an open air rig back here that I use this with sometimes, depending on what I'm doing on it. So, yeah. The only problem is all the fans is getting full. Alright, ooh, check this out. I don't know if you can see it or not. Yeah, you can see it. It's a nice brushed aluminum. That's kind of tight. So let's set that here. Let's get the boxage out of the way. Oh yeah, an AMD mount. In my mind, I think I know how it's gonna go. So we'll see if my mind is right. Of course, it's set up for Intel, and I'll straight out the box. No pre-applied paste. I'm kind of glad about that. Speaking of paste, we need to take care of that there, Lou. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna set this up top like so. And then it's gonna go something like that. And see, there's that Lian Li box. And we got this little package right here. That's cool. Alright, looks like just the two wires. That's sweet. Sweet. Okay. Alright. So, wires. Yeah. This thing is going to be so fun to wire. Let me look at my mounting options here. Okay, so it says slide that off. Oh look, Harley. Hey, we got a big white dog. She's coming to me. Oh, sweetheart, come on. Let's go to Kylie's room. Come on, we got lots of electricity and stuff around here. No worries, I know she doesn't like the lightning. Alright, where was I? I'm going to slide this one on. Boom. Alright. That is the Intel options. This is the AMD options. Lots of stuff. Intel bracket. Spring loaded. Yes, yes. Upside down hooks. I'm not going to keep my comments to myself. Like I actually thought that it's been the easiest AIO I've prepped for assembly yet. We will need to not use any of this. And let's go ahead and get the fans on. Fans are going to go here. So the mounting mechanism for an AMD is already on the motherboard, so we don't have to worry about that. Intel, you've got to go ahead and mount something to the back. This is the cooler. So this piece right here will mount to the CPU right here, and then this is a radiator. So there's a pump in here that will pump a water-like fluid in through the radiator. The fans are going to blow on it like so. The fans are going to blow on it, going to cool it down, and then return it back to the pump where it mounts to the processor. Like so. And then we hook this up. If she's, to me, she's going to try getting underneath this table.
Yeah, I don't have anything like that. She's trying to get in my closet.
Well, she really can't be up here. She wants to be by me. I just don't want her to get hurt. Did you just leave me for real? So we have a guest in the studio tonight. We got Miss Harley over here who sprayed thunderstorms and thinks underneath my sit stand desk is the place to be. Alright, so let's give these each a little oomph. And then this is how we're going to mount it to the case. Okay. So. Severe thunderstorm warning. Need light. That's what I figured. You get one option up top. Oh man, come on, light. There we go. Don't know how I'm going to orient it just yet. Get these screws in and then I'll place it and tighten it down. Must make it aesthetically pleasing. That's number one rule. What if not only I did like a bargain, like a you know, what's the cheapest, most quality build you can do to get 100 frames per second in a video game? Maybe even 60 frames, who knows? What if I do it coincide with like a drinking stream, right? I gotta get smashed before I build a PC, because I normally don't drink when I build a PC. It's not that I don't drink. Let's see. It's gonna come over here like so. Man, it's quite the stretch. Ugh, I don't like that. I like that though. I wish I could move. I wish I could move this over. Just trying to figure out how I'm going to actually place this. I think it's going to go like that. I'll just rotate this around. So, yeah. I think that's going to be the play. It helps me hide these wires too. Okay. Let's tighten that down real quick. And we'll apply some paste and we'll just give these a little oomph. Oomph, oomph, oomph. If you're looking for Harley, I have her up here with me under my desk. Kylie kicked her out and said, have fun. So that's in. I'm going to attach it dry first. Just make sure that I can get the hooks on. Alright. I can get the tensile. Definitely want to take this off. That's important. We are not going to use that little squirty shit they gave us. We're going to use some Arctic MX4. Probably too much, but it will. It won't hurt. Put the back in. Place it down. Tighten these down with my hands. My highly calibrated fingers. And then we'll I need a torque screwdriver, you know? Like a torque wrench screwdriver. If you get the thread rippers, they come with a tool that is calibrated to click. I just lose my sense of tightness with that big ass screwdriver. Alright, let's switch over to the big camera and take a look at what we did. All the major components are installed except for the GPU. Alright. We got 8 of our uni fans installed. We have our cooler. Okay, so you might think to yourself, well, why don't you lower your cooler a little bit? So there's some important things you have to remember when you're mounting your cooler vertically as opposed to horizontally. Okay. This is a water loop. Over time, air will eventually get into the system, or it could have air in the system from the factory. Okay. If you have a water bottle and you turn the water bottle upside down, there's air in the water bottle. Where does it go? It goes up. It goes to the top, right? That's physics. That's not something special to water bottles. Well, the same thing happens here. When air gets into the system, it wants to go to the top. So it will go to the top of the loop. If this thing is set down too far, then the top becomes the pump, and you then can get air into your pump, and you get what they call cavitation, which can eventually lead to pump failure and then overheat, and your system will shut down. For us, ideally, I mean, I could have gone with a 360 up top, but that's just overkill. This is what I wanted to do with the system, because no matter what, I couldn't put 3 fans along here. So I could have put 2 140s, but I didn't like my options with the 140s, so I went with the 120s. I think it's going to look pretty damn good. And remember, this thing is nicknamed Unicorn Vomit, so can't wait to post it. We are going to, next, we're going to install the back plate so that I can get the vertical mounted GPU in there. This plate actually comes in the hardware for the case, so I pulled it out and stuck it with this so it didn't get lost. Get out the way, move! Big guns for that. Boop. Good Lord, it sounds like my son's dying in there. Alright, now we need this piece. Goes right here. And now you can see that our back plate is now complete. And man, I need more light. The vertical mounted GPU plate is in there. I am going to plug the PCIe cable in. So take the cap off of it. Manipulate it like so. Plug it in there. Lock it. Alright. So that's installed. So here's our cute little SFX 800 watt power supply. Oh, fully modular, by the way. And when you hear the term fully modular with regards to power supplies, it means there's no cables currently attached to it. But I can add cables as needed. So, yeah. I've grabbed them several times tonight, so shouldn't be too hard to figure out. How to put this power supply in. Alright, so remember, we have a name for this rig. It is unicorn vomit. So these got these little treats right here. This is the 24 pin, and this doesn't plug into the power supply. This is what actually they call an extension. So it extends the power supply cable, and it just adds RGB across the whole thing. Holy cow, that's gonna be tricky. That's a big old bend. Click. There, it clicked. I heard it. So it's gonna go like that. And then we've got another one for, and we'll pretty it up. We'll straighten it all up, make sure it's all nice and pressed together before we call her finished. But yeah, so little laser light shows going up in there. All right, power cables. What the hell? All right, you ready to see her?
Yes.
Guys, we're close. We're so close.
Bring out that thick girl.
She's thick. She actually is thick.
Mine is literally called thick. It's
This is the Asus ROG.
I bet you the recycling guys just love you.
Trick.
So elegant. Is that a 3-fan?
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, 3-fan.
That's like exactly almost like mine. Except for
That's-
mine's not an Asus.
That's good looking.
Yeah, that's nice though. No.
Whoa. Yeah.
Heard a little rattle in there when it started up, but
Yeah, so that was a fan. Was rubbing. Those fans are honking.
well,
Just in case you were
Ooh,
wondering.
look at that.
Stay out of there. It posted. So, who says that case fans can't get you?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I'm gonna shut it down and feed that wire back through there.